morning, everybody. This is Cruella de Vil with Food Bank Beautiful. Actually, I'm about to put my hair up in a thingy and maybe I won't look like Cruella de Vil. My real name is Deanna and welcome to Food Bank Beautiful. So today is the 19th, it's Thursday, and Thursdays are my food bank day. And one of the things that I like to do is kind of do an inventory of what I have, what I don't need, and what I could use if the food bank has it. So that is what I'm in the process of doing this morning. I did go ahead and take some potatoes off of my dehydrator this morning, and now I have a tray of tomatoes that we really did go through most of them, but I think the time has come for them to go into the dehydrator, and I'll make tomato paste out of them, dry powder, and then use it as tomato flavorings in soups and things. So all I really do here is I just wash my tomatoes and then I cut them in half and I just stick them on a dehydrator tray. And these are so pretty when they're dehydrated. They're like little jewels in the jar. And then a lot of times I'll just ground it down to powder and add a tablespoon here and there where I need it. It's not any big deal, but it's just a way to, even though this is just a little bit of tomatoes, it's a way to make sure that they get used and that I have room for fresh tomatoes if they are available. Now, they may or may not be. That is really not the point, because whatever I get, I use. I try to be exceedingly careful about taking what I think I can use or preserve or, do anything like that. So I am going to finish this tray, and then I'm going to look in the refrigerator again and see if I have anything else that I can put on my dehydrator tray. And we should be good. Now, last week I dehydrated the leeks that I got from the food bank and some beautiful curly kale. And so I love that. I like to grind it up and throw it in a smoothie and spaghetti sauce and whatever. And nobody in this house even knows I have added it to the, food. That's kind of like my own little version of witchery. I don't know if witchery is the right word, but that's the word we're using today. So I will do my food bank haul tonight. I'll probably get it posted Friday or Saturday, and we'll see what we get. Now, this is the food bank that is the pre-Christmas one. So chances are I will get a turkey, and I have room for that in the freezer, so that's good. I imagine they'll have some of the traditional side dishes that go with the turkey, like a box of stuffing or, something like that. And we'll just get it done, people. We'll just do it. So can you believe it's the 19th of December already? I know. Okay, let me get this done. Let me see what else can go in the dehydrator, and I'll bring you along for whatever I think I'm going to do for the day. All right. Okay, this is an example of why I like to look in my refrigerator and get everything squared away before I go to the food bank. I have a half a tomato here. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on my dehydrator tray. I have another tomato that I believe I'll keep whole because I can use this in salad this week. It's still in good shape. And I've got some carrots that I'm going to go ahead and dehydrate. Normally I go through my carrots fast enough that I don't ever have to dehydrate them. But this time I've got a few that I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. So I'm just going to put these slices on the dehydrator tray. If we're going to dehydrate, let's go ahead and dehydrate a whole tray. So I have one full tray of the little cherry tomatoes and a half of cherry tomatoes and a half of tomatoes. And Now I'm going to take care of this celery. This celery is very past its gorgeous prime for eating fresh. Now I am going to cut off these big chunks at the bottom, and I'm going to throw that celery into my freezer bag that I use for broth. So let me get this rinsed up and ready to go, and then I'll show you the tray when I get it ready. Okay, this is not rinsed yet, but this is what I'm going to rinse and dry and then put in my freezer bag for broth. Okay, here's the celery. Now, a lot of times, if I don't have fresh celery in the house and I want to make soup, I will use my celery in soup. I don't love the texture of dehydrated celery, so I grind it down to a powder and I add, a tablespoon or two, and I get beautiful flavor, but I don't have that spongy texture sometimes you get with dehydrated celery. So that is done. Now we have 3 trays. And I'm going to take another look, and then I'm going to tackle these carrots. Okay, again, examples of what I'm finding when I look in my thing, what I can get preserved and what I can make room for fresh produce for today. Now, there's no guarantee, okay? There's no guarantee that I'm going to go to the food bank and get fresh celery and fresh tomatoes and fresh peppers today. But you know what? That is not the point. The point is that I can preserve what I have, make room for what I might get, and, make everything count. So I have this half a pepper. I don't love the way this part looks, but I'm just going to take my sharp knife and cut that layer off, clean it up, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same with the other one. And then I'm actually going to chop this into little pieces and use it. I'm going to just pop it in my freezer drawer so I can put it in eggs and things for the next week or two. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to dehydrate this pepper, I don't think. Just going to make sure it's all nice and tidy. There we go. And let me go rinse it, and then I'll come back and chop it. All right, these carrots look a little bit rough, so I'm going to take them over to the sink. I'm going to peel them, see what we're working with, and then I'm going to hopefully slice them and dehydrate them. I did chop up all the carrot greens for my chickens, and I have a big bowl getting ready to go out to them when I'm done in the kitchen. So nothing goes to waste, not a thing. Okay, I got those carrots cleaned up. And you can see them right down here. They look just perfectly fine. There were 2 carrots that could not be saved. That's okay. These carrots can be saved. So I'm going to go ahead and chop those up and stick them on the next dehydrator tray. Okay, and there are my carrots. Now that's not a lot, but you know what? I'm running the dehydrator anyway. And those of you who do that every bit counts challenge every year, every bit counts can be a daily or weekly, every little bit counts. Take a few minutes, preserve it, set it aside, and your future self will love that you did it. When you find yourself in a pinch and realize you need a cup of carrots and you don't have any, you can use your dehydrated. Okay? You guys can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I know you can. All right, I got one more tray. Let's see what I can find. Okay, I can't remember if I showed you this. If I did, I will just cut this segment out. Those are my peppers to go into the freezer. Now, I have some fruit. I've got some apples over there. I've got some grapes, and then Grandma's sister sent her a box of Harry and David pears, and those are the priority because those are beautiful pieces of fruit, and I don't want those to, we want to eat those. So in my refrigerator, I have some apples that are a little bit older and some grapes that are a little bit older. And I'm going to go ahead and juice my grapes. Now, Normally I like to put grapes on most of Grandma's breakfasts and lunches, but in this case I want her to go through those pears. So I'm going to go ahead and juice these. I'll pop that juice in my freezer and we'll drink it in the next, couple of weeks. Because that's how we roll. Let me get that done because that's a messy job. Refrigerator. When I dehydrated my potatoes a day or two ago, I cut too many, so I just stuck them in water and threw them in the freezer, and that will fill my last tray. Every bit counts, baby, every day. Not every day. You don't have to be, an every bit counts every single day, but when you have stuff, take care of it because it counts. All right? I love that Jessica is her name, right? I love that she introduced us all to the concept of every bit counts because it kind of, makes you feel good when you see something that, had I not done that refrigerator purge today, I might not have found these for a few days. And then I don't know if I could have used them or not, but let's go ahead and dehydrate them. They're in lemon water so they don't turn brown. Here they are. I had just a few little extras and I was able to squeeze those onto my carrot tray. I don't know if you can see them right over there. All right, let's get this done. All right, I went through the grapes and I took the grapes off of their stems and I laid them out on my counter and I just picked out any of the ugly ones and I'm now going to rinse these and then I'm going to do another look at them. These are the ones that I'm just going to throw away. Mostly because they have they're gross. I'm not even going to feed them to my chickens. So this is going to go in the garbage, but this is what we are able to juice and save, and that's what's important. So I've got some apples over here in my bowl. And if this doesn't make a full quart, I'll just add apple juice until it does. So let me get this cleaned up and ready to go, and then I'll show you the juice when I'm finished juicing. Okay, so I got almost a quart of grape juice. So I'm going to go ahead, since I've got my juicer out, I'm going to juice my stray apples. And I have about 9 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and juice those, pop those in the freezer, and they're delicious. We will enjoy them. And then I might do some carrot juice too because I still have some carrots in there. And I love carrot apple juice. So since I've got the juicer out, why not? Let's go crazy. Okay, another peek into the produce drawer. And I found a few carrots that are fine. They were little, they hadn't been used, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop those into my juice. There they are. All right, let's see. We're almost done. There is kitchen witchery going on in here. This girl, I like myself today. Yes, I do. Okay, so for our troubles, we got 2 quarts of apple, carrot, grape. And this one I'm going to put in the freezer and we will drink that within the next, usually we go through our juices within a week or 2. So that can just sit in the freezer. And I'm just going to label the lid. I'll know what it is. Apple, carrot, grape. Apple, carrot, grape. Now, this one I'm going to put in the fridge and I'm going to drink it in the next few days, and so is Grandma. But let's go ahead and take a taste. That is so good. And we made that out of some grapes that had seen their better days. We cleaned them, we picked through them, we washed them. Every grape that went through the juicer I would eat in my mouth. So they were good grapes. Then we took some apples. I had some older apples, 4 little older apples that were a little on the mushy side. They went through the juicer. And then we had 4 really lovely crispy apples in the refrigerator. But mostly my husband eats the apples as whole fruit, and he just left for Canada today. He's going to be gone for a few days visiting his brother, and so I went ahead and juiced those. Also, apples is something I can get almost every time I go to the food bank. So if there are apples available today, I will grab a couple more. You know, they usually come in a bag of 4, and 4 or 5 apples is perfect for us. The next thing we got is this. And you guys who watch me often know that I always have a working bowl of chicken scraps. And you can see what I have down here. I've got some old bread, that pepper, the grapes, the carrot top, some noodles that Grandma and I didn't finish up last night, and an ear of corn that had a black spot on it. Actually, I should cut that part off. Let me do that. If I can. I don't know. Can I? Yeah. Okay, that's off. All right, and then I strained my apple juice, so there's some apple something there. But my chickens will love this. So they won't eat whole carrots. They love the fruit scraps and the veggie scraps that come out of my thing. So not only did I make food for my family out of things that might have gone to waste, I am providing my chickens this afternoon with a great big yummy bowl of goodness. Goodness. Now, we had a renter move out from upstairs, and that renter and the caregiver, the grandma's caregiver, she's finally out. We can do a little dance. Yeah, that's not nice. I am not nice. If any of you think I'm nice, I'm not. So they left a bunch of crapiola in their refrigerator, in their freezer. So I took out everything. There was a couple of spoiled things, and I threw those things away. And then there was things like half-opened packages of turkey and, you know, sandwich meat and things like that. And I am just not going to eat out of someone else's refrigerator. But that stuff, after I got rid of the stuff that was bad, I chopped it all up, and I've been feeding it to my chickens for a few days, and baby, I'm their girl. They love me. And there was also, one of those guys up there was a bachelor and not a very good cook, and in his freezer, I found like 6 bags of hamburger patties where I think he buys them and forgets he has them, opens up one, takes 2 patties out, shoves it in the back of the freezer, forgets he has them, repeat, you know, repeat. So I had a couple pounds of those hamburger patties, but again, I'm not going to eat open meat out of someone else's refrigerator. And they had some freezer burns, so I stuck them in my crock pot yesterday, cooked them on low all day, and today I'm going to feed that meat to my chickens. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, because this is quite a bit of goodie for them. Now, I have one more thing that I'm going to do. Let's take a look. I have about 2 cups of milk here, and this milk, its best buy was yesterday. And I know that I'm likely to get another half gallon of milk today. So I want to use this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Grandma some instant pudding. It'll either be vanilla or lemon pudding. And then I will put it in containers for her, just like I did her Jell-O. And then she can have pudding or Jell-O for the next couple of days. My milk doesn't go to waste, and Grandma gets a quick and easy dessert that she really likes. Right? You guys can do it too. You guys probably already do it. You guys put in the comments about how you go in your refrigerator and you pull out the stuff that's on its last leg and you do witchy magic with it. All right? Let's not be afraid of the term witch. It's just us old crony women throwing vegetables and dead animals in a pot and eating it. Yeah, I love that. All right, I will show you the pudding when I'm done, and then I think I'm done with all of this stuff. The only thing I want to do is look in my freezer and see what I have, what I can pass on, what I will hope to get if I'm, lucky. And it doesn't even matter if I'm lucky. Whatever I get, I am exceedingly grateful and thankful for. It is keeping my family afloat right now, especially since we lost a renter and Grandma's caregiver. Yeah, what little hand signs am I making down here below the camera? We don't know. We don't know, right? Innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. All right, I'm going to sit down and rest for a few minutes, and I'm going to come back and make that pudding. Then I'm going to clean my kitchen. And then I'll check my freezers and my cupboards and see what I'm good on, what I don't need anything of. Like, I know that I won't need dry beans this time around, so, we'll just check and see. I've got some pinto beans I want to can up too in the next day or two. All right. And just like that, Grandma has 4 containers of lemon pudding. So, and I still have about a cup of milk left. So I'll see if there's anything else I can do with that. Today, we'll see. All right, here is one of the things I like to do on the day of the food bank is to go through my refrigerator and see what I have and what I can take care of before I go. Now, we've already done a lot of that today. We pulled out juice stuff, we made juice, we dehydrated things. I got rid of some leftovers that were a little bit too old, and of course made Grandma some pudding. But let me just take a minute and get my refrigerator nice and tidy, and then I'll have room to put things when I get home. Okay, remember I told you I had about a half a cup of milk? I went ahead and I had about a half a cup of heavy cream, and so I added the milk to the heavy cream. I'm going to now put it in a clean jar, and we will use this for coffee creamer or whatever we need in the next few days. So that takes a nearly empty container of milk out of my refrigerator and gives me just something little and yummy to use for coffee this week. And I think this heavy cream is still some of that heavy cream that I got from the well some months ago, and I just froze it all up into little baggies, and we've been using it. So there it is. I think this might be the last of it. I think so. So anyway, some gorgeous cream. It never ends. This is just what I'm doing. I'm wiping down my refrigerator, checking to see if there's anything sticky that I can take care of. I'm just trying to make it as easy on myself when I get home tonight, because my husband isn't here to help me carry stuff in, put stuff away. That I'll need to do myself tonight. So I want to make it as easy for myself as I can. I also want to just have things. Yeah, that can go up there. Okay, and you can see I've got some eggs here. I have an 18 count of eggs here, but I want to give those to our friend Ghana. And then I have another 18 count here that I want to give to my neighbor right over there. And so I'll be baking up some cookies and making cookie plates, and I'll give the eggs with the cookies in the next day or two. So that's good. And then I did find some cookies in the refrigerator. I'm going to go ahead and bake them up, 4 monster cookies. And then my husband likes these Russian tea cakes, so I'll bake those up put him in a Tupperware, and then he can eat them when he gets home. He'll be home in a couple days, so it'll be all right. Now, I think that looks pretty good. So now I know what I have. Ooh, look at this. This is nasty. Can you guys see that? What on earth is this? Let me get a sponge and clean that up, because that is nasty. Did I do that? I don't know. Since my husband's not here, I'm going to say he did it. I don't know what mess he made there, but I'm going to clean it up for him, because that's the kind of wife I am. Okay, here's my refrigerator now. And you can see that I have got it all cleaned out and looking quite nice. Plenty of room for whatever I bring home from the food bank, and that should make it easy on me. And you can see I got that grody corner cleaned up. All right, here is the before of my kitchen. You can see that I've got lots of little messes going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop those cookies, those are monster cookies, into the oven. They take about 20 minutes. And while those are doing their thing, I'm going to tackle this area of the kitchen. Actually, I hope to get all the kitchen done, but I don't know if I can get it done in 20 minutes.